Life will hand us pain. No one escapes struggle, injustice, or loss. The Stoics, from Marcus Aurelius to Epictetus, understood this deeply. But they also warned against something even more damaging than hardship itself: the mindset of the victim. This way of thinking, where one constantly sees themselves as powerless, wronged, or at the mercy of others, chains the mind more than any external circumstance ever could. Here are 5 reasons why holding on to a victim mindset can quietly destroy your potential, and why breaking free is one of the most liberating steps you can take. 1. A victim mindset strips you of your power. The first and most obvious problem with a victim mindset is that it convinces you that your life is not in your hands. If every failure is someone else's fault, every setback a conspiracy, every struggle an unfair burden, then where does that leave you? Powerless. The Stoics taught that while we cannot control the world, we always control how we respond to it. Epictetus, born a slave, crippled for life, reminded his students that we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. The victim mindset erases this truth. Instead of asking, "What can I do?" it asks, "Why me?" a question that paralyzes rather than empowers. When you give away your sense of agency, you also give away your chance at growth. The very act of choosing responsibility, even when life is unfair, is what builds strength. 2. It keeps you stuck in the past. Victimhood thrives on replay. The wrong someone did to you, the opportunity you missed, the system that seemed rigged against you. Like an endless loop, the mind replays old wounds until they become part of your identity. But dwelling on the past is a prison of your own making. Seneca once said, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality." The same applies to victimhood. You suffer more by rehearsing the injury than by the injury itself. Living in the past blinds you to the present, the only place where action is possible. A victim mindset freezes you in yesterday's story, while resilience allows you to write today's chapter with courage and clarity. 3. It weakens your relationships. Here's a hard truth. Constantly playing the victim is exhausting, not just for you, but for everyone around you. When every conversation turns into a complaint, when every success is overshadowed by how unfair things were, people begin to pull away. Victimhood creates a cycle of resentment and alienation. It tells the world, "I am owed." But genuine relationships aren't built on debt. They're built on mutual respect, support, and growth. Marcus Aurelius wrote in Meditations, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." The same applies here. Instead of demanding that others rescue you, embody the kind of strength and accountability that draws people in. Strong character attracts allies. A victim mindset repels them. 4. It blocks personal growth. Growth comes from struggle. Muscles strengthen only under resistance. Character deepens only through trials. But the victim mindset denies this principle. It interprets every challenge as an injustice rather than an opportunity. When you see yourself as a victim, setbacks become excuses. Failure becomes proof that the world is against you. Struggle becomes a reason to stop rather than a chance to rise. In doing so, you rob yourself of the very fuel that builds resilience. The Stoics did not romanticize hardship, but they saw its necessity. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." To those trapped in victimhood, obstacles are the end of the road. To those who reject victimhood, Obstacles are the very path forward. 5. It diminishes your happiness. Perhaps the most tragic cost of a victim mindset is its effect on your inner peace. When you believe the world is unfairly against you, bitterness follows, resentment grows, and resentment is like drinking poison, hoping others will suffer. It only corrodes your own spirit. The Stoics believed that happiness was not found in wealth, status, or luck, but in living with virtue and equanimity. When you adopt a victim mindset, you tie your happiness to things you cannot control: the behavior of others, the fairness of life, the hand you've been dealt. This guarantees disappointment. True joy comes from within, from living in alignment with reason, courage, and integrity. By rejecting the victim mindset, you reclaim the freedom to be content regardless of circumstance.
Breaking free from victimhood, none of this is to say life isn't hard. Sometimes the world really is unfair. Sometimes people really do betray us. But the question isn't whether life will deal us pain. The question is whether we'll meet it as victims or as warriors of the spirit. Rejecting the victim mindset doesn't mean denying injustice. It means refusing to let it define you. It means choosing response over resentment, growth over grievance, power over passivity. The Stoics offer us a timeless reminder: life is short. To waste it in blame and self-pity is to hand away the only thing that truly belongs to you, your mind. So the next time you feel tempted to ask, "Why me?" pause. Ask instead, "What can I do now? How can I grow from this?" That simple shift can change everything.